This video is to VeryDarkMan. So I watched a video where VeryDarkMan came out to criticize the ongoing protest, calling the protest a political campaign. This was the same VeryDarkMan who came out to say that he is not going to join any protest until political juggernauts like Peter Obi, Atiku, and so on and so forth came out to protest. And these people eventually came out to protest, and VeryDarkMan is now saying that it was a political campaign. Now, VeryDarkMan, are you aware that the electoral system is paramount in maintaining democracy? And you see these fundamental rights that you enjoy today, they are as a result of democracy. So the electoral system is very, very important, is very paramount in preserving democracy. So you coming out to undermine the protest that people left their comfort zone, people left their various homes to do, you undermining it shows that you are an enemy of the Nigerian democracy, because there is no democracy without a good electoral system. You were saying President Tinubu is very smart. Of course, as a politician you have to be smart. His protest against Goodluck was insecurity. Now let me ask you this: during the time of Goodluck, was there any threat to our democracy? Did people feel that our democracy was threatened? No. But the reason for this protest was that people feel our democracy is being threatened. Every protest has a specific objective. The objective of this protest is to ensure fairness in the electoral process, is to ensure that our electoral system is not compromised, because that will have a toll on our democracy. Nigeria is tilting towards autocracy, and you are calling the protest people left their homes to do, you are calling it a political campaign? You must be a joker. Do not compare 2014 or 2015 protests with what is ongoing, because they are entirely different. There was no threat as to our democracy during the time of Goodluck, because Goodluck respected democracy. Let's assume that people come out to protest about insecurity. How does that remedy the defect in our electoral system? Because it is the electoral system that will determine the future of Nigeria. That is how important the electoral system is, and there you are criticizing the efforts of people. So yes, it is a protest motivated by politics, because our fate in this country depends on politics. But it is not a political campaign. It's a political protest, because governance is all about politics. In fact, man is a political animal. Politics is in our day-to-day lives. We cannot do without politics. Talking about protest of insecurity, do you think that if democracy in Nigeria crumbles tomorrow, do you think people would be able to protest about insecurity? Even if people protest about insecurity, do you think anybody would give a damn about that? There are so many politicians in this country that would prefer Nigeria burns to ashes than to do the right thing. Do you think if our democracy crumbles tomorrow, you would be able to fight for the common man? Do you think that? And there you are, all you know how to do is trying to criticize, and your criticism are not constructive criticisms. That is where I have a problem with you. Your criticism are destructive criticisms, and it is very bad, because you think you know everything. You think you know everything. I don't know if you are doing it consciously or unconsciously, but you are trying to create political apathy in the mind of so many people, especially the people who you influence, because as it is, you have a lot of influence on the Nigerian youth, and there you are criticizing protests about our electoral system, calling it a political campaign. If you know you are not satisfied with their protest and you are very much concerned about insecurity in Nigeria, why don't you organize your own protest on insecurity? Why don't you organize your own protest on fuel price? It is as simple as that. So while you are not interested in protesting, do not try to sabotage it. Do not try to sour people's mind against exercising their fundamental right to peaceful assembly and association. That is a very mean thing to do, and you are not helping matters.